Hey guys, good morning. Okay, so this is going to be your New Moon in Pisces general horoscope. Okay, and the New Moon in Pisces is going to be at 15 degrees, which is about transformation. It's like a transformation of power. 15 to me is, it's the devil card, okay, of Capricorn. And it has to do with needs and codependency. It also, 15 to me is transformation. That's Pluto. Transformation of obsessions, transformation of patterns and habits, including repetitious thinking and conflicting actions that come from that conflicted thinking. Okay, there's a conflict here. So the New Moon in Pisces being at 15 degrees, Pisces is about spirituality and compassion. It is the healer. Okay, I'm not religious, but according to the ancient text, he was a Pisces. But our calendar that we operate on now is artificial time. It's been artificially created. Okay, so the original moon calendar would put his birthday sometime during the summer. So I believe he was a Gemini sun. So I think that I feel like a lot of people say that he's a Pisces, okay, and if he was born on December 24th or 25th, that would make him a Capricorn. Okay, so there's a lot of conflicting information. It's what do you believe, which is the whole theme. It's part of the whole theme actually, because he was a healer. Okay, so healers is the number 6. As a matter of fact, it is 666. Now, I'm not Catholic, I'm not Christian, but I believe in the powers that be, and I believe that everyone has a right to name who their powers that be is, and they have the choice to choose what they want to follow, what set of beliefs that they want to follow. But I am in the habit, and we are being groomed to get in the habit of forming our own beliefs instead of the ones that were given to us. Okay, use your brain, wake up. Take another look, because everything that you see is smoke and mirrors. Also another Pisces theme. Okay, so it is at 15 degrees, which is transformation of needs, transformation in love. It's happening on March 6th at 6:04 a.m. in the morning in Hawaii. Okay, that's a lot of sixes. We already got 666, a healer number. Okay, so basically it's, for me, I wanted to kind of title it Down the Rabbit Hole, Exiting the Matrix, because that is the overall theme of this new moon. Okay, and being at 15 degrees, that's at the midpoint, so you have to choose what you believe, you know. It's a new consciousness, the blue pill or the red pill, right? So it's fantasy versus reality. Okay, you're going to be coming from a place of unconditional love, because we're removing the boundaries of the subconscious. And Pisces is also about not having any boundaries, kind of blending and kind of merging in there like energies. It's like, even though we're three-dimensional beings, we kind of bleed into the fourth dimension, literally, physically, and spiritually, and energetically, which would kind of be like spiritually. Anyways, it's it's a higher perspective. Okay, it's new spirituality, new healing, new closure, new ascension, new transcending, and it's new dreams. Okay, so where we have the planets right now, we have a stellium in Pisces, which makes this a powerful Pisces energy. We have the sun, the moon, Mercury retrograde in Pisces at the 29th degree. And we also have Neptune in Pisces. Then we have Saturn, Pluto, and the South Node in Capricorn, yet again another stellium in where we're transforming power, which is part of the theme too. Okay, Chiron is fresh in Aries at 0 degrees. So it's about healing the identity. So a lot of you guys are figuring out that divinity is your birthright. Okay, we are all creators, we are all magicians, we all have powers. It's kind of like in Pokemon, where you've got all these individual things. Everybody's different. Okay, this one may have a certain power, and this one may have the same power, but they're at different degrees and different levels, and they have other powers in descending levels of magnitude, okay, for each person. So everybody has a different combination of powers. You are a superhero. You're a divine superhero, the best kind. So Uranus and Mars are also in Taurus. So there's a lot of people that are moving, they're taking action, they're making changes in terms of their securities, financial, spiritual, physical, mental. Taurus is about emotional comfort, home, financial comfort, possessions. It's also earth. So, you know, one thing I didn't mention about the Uranus and Taurus is now that we're out of Uranus and Aries, and it's not going to touch Aries for another 82 years, we are solidly in Taurus. It still will go retrograde, but in Taurus. Okay, so Taurus is about earth. So Uranus, there's changes in the earth, and Uranus is also electricity. So there is an electromagnetic shift that is happening, and we're kind of awaiting the big earthquake. Don't know, according to the prophecies, but you know, if you are religious, you know. Venus is still in Aquarius, so we're making friends, and we're trying to keep those boundaries too, because Pisces is about not making boundaries. So there could be some boundaries crossed. So some of you guys, if you're making friends and you have a partner, you better watch that shit. Stay out of other people's inboxes, okay? So with the moon in Pisces, the energy is compassionate. It's extremely sensitive. It's loving, creative, loyal, dreamy, imaginative, and holistic. So you may feel motivated to create something or beautify things, renovate. And with Uranus and Mars and Taurus, you're renovating your home. You're renovating your home life, let's put it that way. Pisces is very spiritual and romantic. Their emotional reactions are instinctive, and sometimes there's some hidden dreams and hidden talents and hidden enemies. Okay, so be careful of that. Right now, you're extraordinarily intuitive, just with the new moon, and then we have the other 3 planets in there. So, I mean, you can only imagine what your psychic powers will be at this time. You could be having visions. You could be having dreams. You could be seeing things, feeling things, hearing things, because we are connecting with the ether as much as we're connecting with each other. Okay, and Pisces, they understand the human condition. Okay, they're incurable optimists, dreamers, and they don't care about reciprocation. They give unselfishly because they are love. Okay, and whatever they do, however they help somebody, because they have that sympathetic heart, they can affect a lot of people. Okay, they can touch a lot of people. So Wednesday, I'm going to read to you from the horoscope. If you guys don't watch the horoscope, the general horoscope, I'm going to read to you what the new moon in Pisces horoscope is, what I wrote. Okay, Wednesday is the new moon in Pisces. This is the beginning of a new consciousness, fantasy, reality, new healing and closure, new ascension and transcendence. It's new dreams. Will you choose the red or the blue pill? Some people will choose the blue, and they will remain locked in their fantasy 3D world, or they might choose to escape to alternate 3D worlds of their own making, okay, because of stubborn, deep-rooted habits, okay. They might be a one-sided personality or imbalanced, and that's going to make them want to escape because real life is too harsh, or the reality of life is too harsh. Or you could reach the higher perspective, resulting in higher consciousness, okay. With the new moon in Pisces, it's about Christ consciousness. He was an ascended master. Whether or not you believe in Catholicism or Christianity, it doesn't matter, okay? That is what we all strive for, to come from a place of love, to rid ourselves of fear, pain, hate, and anger. And once you do that, and you can come from a place of love, it's a cleansing, a purity. You're coming from a pure place. You have ascended. Okay, and there's going to be a lot of transcending through love. Okay, love is transforming a lot of people. It's not for everybody. I tell you guys, this is general, so it may or may not affect you. There's good ways it affects you and bad ways it affects you, because every planet, every transit, and every sign has a shadow side. So I try to let you guys know so you can be aware. Okay, secrets are going to be exposed. And we are working on removing the previous boundaries of the subconscious that we used to imprison ourselves with, okay? Like I said, leading to unconditional love. There's going to be an immense healing of the collective, a waking up, and it's going to leave us with a new superb connection. Okay, some people will be pinching themselves, wondering if they're dreaming, and there will be dreams. And emotional healing connected to the mother. This is the second time I said that. I said that in the horoscope too. Frickin' Mercury retrograde. Healing connected to the mother and father, and a lot of it is due to early emotional insecurities. Okay, we are rebuilding ourselves based on the reality rather than paradigms and things we learned through experience. That has been the theme, right? Okay, and the last one that I came across that's still happening right now and that's still in the process of happening is reshaping our paradigms and what we learned through experience about relationships and marriage, and having, you know, society telling us to cohabitate when we don't necessarily have to cohabitate. There's going to be, and with Uranus and Taurus, there's going to be all kinds of strange relationships because people are finding that they're happier when they have and live in their own space, right? But you can still come together because we're never truly separated, okay? Separation is an illusion. We are all connected. We are all connected by the heart. We're all connected by the mind. Okay, so, and also, there's going to be a huge release of toxins, okay? So not only are you healing spiritually and mentally, you're healing physically. You're going to be feeling the love, and you're going to be motivated. Okay, your psychic powers, like I said earlier, is going to be boosted. And with the shadow side, this could be extremely draining and confusing. Quite possible delusional and illusionary, because Pisces is smoke and mirrors too. Okay, there could be deceit, fooling. What was I gonna say? Or yeah, you know, white lies, big lies, outright lies, lies from hidden enemies. Oh boy, shit's going down. Okay, so for the new moon, we have numbers of 6 and 21. Okay, so it's about being authentically love. Okay, 6 is about service. It's about doing what you love. It's about doing who you love. And it's also about showing your love through service, which is Pisces. Okay, so there's so much love. Everything points to the number 6. Everything points to all this Pisces energy. Okay, and then we have 21, which is, to me, is the number of authenticity. Okay, so we're expressing our authenticity. We are love. And then, in addition to transits today, we have 1515 and 1616. So we literally have 666. So somebody on this new moon, they're transforming into a healer for the collective. Okay, there could be somebody who actually becomes an ascended master during this energy. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, 15 to me is about transformation, transforming the needs. And then we have 1616, which is about, to me, it's excuse me, psychic awakenings. It's enlightenment. Okay, so we've got enlightenment, we've got transformation, we've got authenticity as a healer. Big numbers in connection to what is going on. Okay, so I'm going to jump right into it. Oh, no, I won't. I lied. Frickin' Mercury in retrograde. I had some information placed in the wrong spot. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Pisces is ruled by Neptune. And Neptune also happens to be in the home sign of Pisces, which is also fantasy, spirituality, confusion, compassion. It's pretty much everything that Pisces is, but there is more of the risk of addiction, escapism, okay? And with Mercury in Pisces retrograde, that could be comas, that could be astral projection, it could be remote viewing, it's internal awakenings, okay? So there's quite a bit of psychic powers that are beginning to appear if they haven't already. But you also should be able to tap into the fourth dimension, the ethers, and the dream world on top of that. So there's a lot of clairvoyancy. Holy crap. So somebody is going to be revealed. And with Pisces, it's the savior. Okay, when we have like the North Node and the South Node, it's the classic savior victim mentality. So those of you with the North Node in Pisces, you are supposed to be ascending. And because in your last life, you were the victim. You had to be saved. And now you're the one doing the saving, okay? Saving the collective, saving humankind. Okay, so with Neptune, it makes you sensitive and receptive and intuitive towards other people. And also, because you're sensitive, you could be easily hurt. And people could be hiding their real feelings. And sometimes you need to, well, actually most of the time, you need peace and quiet. You need to get away, to regenerate yourself, to restore, to think, to reflect, and to meditate, okay? And things are going to come to a completion around September, the middle of September 2019, okay? That's when we're going to have a full moon in Pisces at 21 degrees. Remember what I told you? 21 is the number of authenticity, okay? And it also equals joy. So there's information, there's communication, it's about children. So it could be that a spiritual leader is born. Now, I don't mean necessarily born on that day, but I feel like, according to the prophecies, after this, the full moon eclipse that we had, the blood moon, it's supposed to be followed up by a huge earthquake, which is coming with Uranus and Taurus, you know, with the landmass movement and the electromagnetic shifts. And then we have, it's supposed to be followed up by a great earthquake, 3 days of darkness, which people are already starting to experience blackouts all over the world. And then the Savior is supposed to take his throne in about approximately, I think it's 3 years is what the time equals to. And they will slay the powers that are in authority with the sword. Okay, so sword means thinking. Okay, information is power. Knowledge is power. So the pen could be a sword. It could be an activist, somebody who speaks out or communicates against all the wrongs against humanity and humankind. Okay, so we're deciding with the new moon in Pisces at 15 degrees, we're deciding blue pill or red pill. What is fantasy and what is reality? Some people won't be able to tell, but somebody's beginning to become an ascended master, and it's going to come into completion with the full moon coming up. And I'm going to just check something. Let me check real quick. September. Okay, it's not an eclipse, but it's in harvest moon. So we will be harvesting all our powers, and it will be in full bloom by the end of the year. Okay. And as with any and all, there is shadow sides, okay? People could be indecisive. They could not be happy. They could be vague or secretive, easily confused. There could be sorrows because we are getting closure and healing, okay? And then self-undoing, which is fucking yourself up, self-sabotage, okay? Escapism in all forms, drugs, alcohol, psychological escapism, the tendency to avoid the harsh reality and obligations of being in reality, okay? There's illusion, smoke and mirrors, delusion, denial. People could play the victim. Oh, poor me. Look what the world did to me. Pointing fingers. Look what they did. Look what they did. Catch yourself when you start doing, he did or she did. Look what you're doing. You're pointing, okay? You should be looking at yourself. Never mind what anybody else is doing. And then there's issues with self-discipline because there's no boundaries. With Pisces, it's hard to draw the line somewhere for a multitude of things. All right, so let's get started. Oh, what happened to my... Oh, I see. That's why I did not have it in the wrong place. This is still my information, but it just looked the same. So Pisces is the 12th house of self-undoing, secrets, sorrow, secret dreams, endings, closure, healing, spirituality. It's also a time for prison, bondage, woo, confinement, hospitals, large institutions, secret enemies, everyday saints, hidden ways you sabotage yourself, and large animals, okay? Mom's side of the family, escapism, the unconscious. It's also defensive, okay? So having to defend yourself or defense period. Psychic gifts and healing, emotional service to others, giving out of love without expectation of reciprocation, karma and past lives. Now it's urging you to serve or suffer, okay? And also at this time there could be like exposure of the hidden power behind the throne. And Pisces is also 12 houses, all things past. History. Aries, this is going to be in your second house of material security, money and possessions, values, work, daily routines, and environment. You're going to have dynamic energy and a hypnotic effect on the public, okay? For a day or so, there's going to be some pressure to throw some finances into some new projects or situations that require investment, okay? It's all urgent, okay? So don't jump. Think about what you're doing. Put things in order. Make your list, okay? If you invest wisely, it will bring you good returns in the next couple of weeks. So watch your spending, but you also have to grab the opportunity while it's hot. Taurus, this is going to be in your third house of communications, intellectual ability, siblings, friends, neighbors, and community. You're going to have strength of purpose, perceptiveness, idealism. For you, it's action time. Your phone's going to be ringing off the hook. People are going to be wanting to contact you via email, telephone calls, text messages, messenger, in the mail, coming to see you too, because the third house is Gemini, even though this is for Taurus, so it could be with short trips, a lot of short trips. And you're going to get a lot of new ideas and a lot of offers or propositions, and you need to make an opinion or a decision. Now, you're going to have to sort through the confusion. It's going to be a challenge, okay? But make wise choices. Don't obsess on one thing. Decide and move on. Now, also, too, you're going to be finding your vibe tribe, and you're going to be making strong connections, strong personal connections, okay? And you're even going to make some new friends that you thought that you never really wanted in your circle before. Leveling up. Gemini, this is going to be in your fourth house of home, early and later emotional security, family, and roots. So for you, you're going to be very clairvoyant, okay? And you have a gift for touching others' emotions. It might be a little crowded at home. Everybody's got their mind on overtime right now, so you might need a little bit of space. You might want to get away. Okay, you're going to be feeling very creative. You're going to be organizing and arranging your personal space physically, mentally, and spiritually, and on the work front also. Now, if you need to talk to somebody, it helps to be able to express your feelings, and it's going to bring you to a closer, tighter bond. But make sure you're clear and not misunderstood. It's real easy for that to happen with Mercury in retrograde also. And you're also wanting to feel at home or be at home, whether it's your physical home or at work or with somebody. You just want to feel comfortable, okay? And it's a good time to start any projects, renovation, get going on working on the home front. You are getting help with Uranus and Taurus in Uranus and Mars and Taurus also. So you're busy fixing up the house. Very nice. What was I gonna say? Yeah, you kind of don't want to sit still. You might have a little bit of, not that you're jittery, but you got some energy, so you're gonna want to get up and go. And you know, you got a list to get up and go to, so get to it. Cancer, this is going to be in your fifth house of sex, creativity, enjoyment of life, resources, play, and expression. You are going to have superior mentality, okay? And it's going to be easy for you to deal with people. It's time for you to party. The universe is saying, go have some fun. Have fun with family, have fun with friends, have fun with children. Throw a party for yourself, okay? It's time to treat that inner child to some fun. Be spontaneous, okay? You might be feeling really inspired at this time, and it's also a good time to engage with other people. But make sure you have a designated driver so you can be safely irresponsible. Fun time. Okay, for Leos, you guys, this is going to be in your 6th house of service, health, responsibility, and organization. You're going to have a lot of dynamic energy, and your effect on the public is hypnotic. Your strength and resourcefulness is really intense right now, and you're interested in like everything, okay? Watch your health, though. It's a good time to check your blood pressure, and if it's not elevated, you're in good shape. So make sure that you do everything in moderation, okay? Eat, exercise, whatever you do, make sure that it's in moderation. And you may be thinking about starting a new health habit, maybe boosting your diet or working on meditation, something that's going to restore your health physically, mentally, and spiritually. Okay, so in one of those 3 areas, you will be doing something that's healthier for you. Do your research and make sure it's something you can stick with. And it's the same at work. Okay, you're literally cleaning house and starting fresh. Don't overexert yourself. Virgo, this is going to be in your 7th house of marriage and partnership, relationships, and sharing. You are going to have strength of purpose. You're going to be very perceptive, and you're going to be very idealistic also, like the other earth signs. You might be finding a new partner or turning over a new leaf with an old one. And this is due to emotional intensity. It's going to change the direction of the partnership or the relationship. I don't know if the partnership or relationship. I don't know if this is a fight or a confrontation, or somebody just says, hey, I don't appreciate that, you know, and then the talk comes. Although it's overstated, whatever messages you get are sincere, and it needs to be taken seriously, okay? So you can achieve a closer bond with the breakthrough. Wow, Mercury's kicking my ass now. With the breakthroughs that can occur from this talk. Libra, this is going to be in your 8th house of death and regeneration, your ability to deal with life, intimacy, sex, bonding, shared property, and resources. Ooh, Libra is very hot. So you got intimacy and sex, and then we got Pisces with the BDSM. A little bit of spanking, Libra. You're going to be clairvoyant, and you're going to have a gift for touching others' emotions like all the other air signs. You also could be turning over a new leaf and renovating things, preserving what you already have. Watch out for spending too much money, okay? Take what you need, buy what you need, but put a cap on it. Sorry, that just reminded me. Not only, you know, put a cap on your spending, put a raincoat, put a cap on it. I only laugh because that's what I used to tell my oldest son. I'd be like, you better cap that shit. How fitting with Libra. So have fun this week, Libra, but put a cap on it. Scorpio, this is going to be in your 9th house of mental exploration, long distance travel, philosophical beliefs, study, learning, ethics, and moods. Your nature is going to be intuitive, and your spirituality is going to be at the forefront. You have unique artistic talent, so it's a great time for planning a perspective shift, okay? And, you know, working on your spirituality. Nice. So it sounds like I knew this was going to be the year for Scorpios, the year of the hangman. So this is definitely hangman energy. You're trying to figure out how to get out of being stuck by shifting how you look at things. You need to establish generic patterns and add details to it later. And that's actually what we've been doing with all these full moons at 0 degrees and all these new moons at 15 degrees. Deciding where we lie and then creating, okay? And with the full moon in Virgo that we just had back on January 19th, we are beginning to fill in the details. So good job, Scorpio. There's going to be... you might make some new publishing efforts if you do a vlog or a blog, or if you're writing a book, or you do some kind of media like videos like how I'm doing. You might be doing something new, and you might be a little hairy to finish up what you're doing or get things done. Avoid hasty commitments. Think first. Be very thoughtful and deliberate and measured. What? I'm missing a word here. Oh. Wow. Well, I fucked that all up. Okay, so there could be a new publishing effort, okay, and it's beginning now, and that you're going to be under pressure to produce something. Avoid hasty commitments. Think first. Be thoughtful and deliberate and measured in your efforts, even through temptation and discouragement of effort. So it sounds like you might encounter some attacks or some naysayers. Brush them off and keep going. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you I'm limited on time for my horoscope, so I may end up having to break this up in 2 parts, which, you know, a lot of people, I see them watch the last part because they want to know the ending, but, you know, you only get the last dot and the connect the dots. You're missing all the dots in the beginning, so I encourage you to watch part 1 and part 2 also, just to tie things up, because you could have missed some information. Yeah, you got your general horoscope for your sign, but what about your rising sign? What about your moon? What about all the things that are Pisces that are connected to this? You're going to miss out. So Sagittarius, this is going to be in your 10th house of career, public standing, personal status, goals, fame, success, achievement, and public image. Your energy is dynamic and you have a hypnotic effect on the public, just like all the other fire signs. There could be some new developments in your career, and the pressure to produce could be intense. Sounds like a job offer. Lots of action. It's going to be hard to keep track of things, and you cannot forget details, especially in the time of Mercury retrograde, okay? You're wanting to be honestly represented in personal and professional status, okay? And you might be looking at your gifts and what you do and refining your resume and refining your skills so you can get moved up a notch. Capricorn, this is going to be in your 11th house of hopes, wishes, friends, social life, groups, and society. You have strength of purpose, you're very perceptive, and you're very idealistic, just like all the other earth signs. Feelings might run high among close friends, and an intensity is available right now that can renew the love and passion that first fueled your relationships. Give some loving to your friends, but not that kind of loving. Especially with Venus in Aquarius. It can be worth risking upset to get at what you're really feeling and share it with those that matter the most. You know what? If your friend doesn't call you on your shit, they're not your friend, okay? So basically, that could be what's happening. Either you're calling somebody on their shit, or you're in a friend circle where one friend is calling out another one, and you have to say, yeah, they're right, you know? And with the new moon, because it's kind of a crazy atmosphere, you can kind of let the words tumble out and let the chips fall where they may, because you may be able to speak something that you were not able to say before, and it will be taken in a better way, okay? You can... Okay, well, there's people talking outside, so if you guys catch their conversation, I don't know, laugh, ignore it. I can't go out there and tell them to go the fuck away, I'm filming.